Jeonju, famous for its food and traditional Korean architecture, and now it seems also its technology. I've just returned to Seoul from Jeonju in the southwest of the Korean peninsula, my first trip to the historic city after 10 years living in Korea. And yes, I was very impressed by the food, the renowned Jeonju bibimbap and endless side dishes, for instance, as well as the picturesque Hanok buildings and vast mountainous landscapes surrounding Jeonju, which is only the 16th biggest city in South Korea, despite being the capital of North Jeolla province. So you get some rural charm there, which is why it's even more impressive that Jeonju is accelerating so fast on the tech side. My excuse for visiting was to take part in an event hosted by local company LX, which is working with the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport to harness the power of digital twin technology. Put simply, they've created a digital version of Jeonju that can be used to simulate everything from city planning to tourism. So imagine you want to visit but you can't. Well, you could still tour Jeonju's digital twin, almost like a computer game. It was something I actually tried out myself from the safety of LX's auditorium, enjoying both bird's eye and close-up views, and even some traditional activities. Okay, I looked a bit silly swinging my arms in thin air, but that's not the point. It would be so useful to have more of this kind of technology to tour the world and even plan visits to places you hope to travel to in person. But there are other practical uses too. For example, Jeonju city authorities are using their digital twin to see how planting millions of trees might reduce air pollution and so-called heat islands, and how that impact might continue even decades from now. This simulation tech is also potentially very helpful in controlling things like viral outbreaks, something that we can all feel the relevance of right now. And this isn't just a one-off. The government's investing heavily in projects to roll out digital twin technology across the country as part of its New Deal drive to make Korea more digital and green, seen as essential for the post-coronavirus economy. But even for your average citizen and visitor, the prospect of cleaner air and smart convenience is enticing. What's really interesting about the Jeonju example is that it's being done in and around the traditional architecture that makes the city so attractive. But if you plan to visit, my only advice is not to wait 10 years as I did.